time winning the Impact World Championship at Slammiversary.
Slammiversary, Saturday, July 15th on pay-per-view.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest set for one fall. Introducing team number one first, from Rutherford, New Jersey, Steve Maclin.
A lot on the plate for Steve Maclin. 1 week from tomorrow, Friday, June 30th, as a part of Impact's Australian Down Under Tour in Wagga Wagga. He will get his contractual rematch for the Impact World title against Alex Shelley, live at 5 a.m. Eastern on Fight TV, worldwide, and of course available on demand.
His tag team partner from Hell's Kitchen, New York City, Bully Ray!
Well, that matchup in Australia can throw a lot of wrenches in the works for Slammiversary in the title situation. Meanwhile, we already know that these two will team up at Slammiversary as well to take on the team of Scott D'Amore and PCO.
I still cannot believe that Scott D'Amore has not been a full-time active competitor since 2003. But he's going to compete in his hometown of Windsor, Ontario at Slammiversary against these two. Bully Ray and Maclin face Edwards and Kazarian next. Set for our main event here on Impact Wrestling on Access TV. Eddie Edwards, accompanied by his wife, Alicia Edwards. This is a very curious situation as he's about to team with Frankie Kazarian, who, according to all accounts, these two don't exactly see eye to eye.
No, they went one-on-one for the first time ever at Against All Odds. But it was at that event we talked about their shared history, and I think despite their rivalry, that brings a bond that Eddie Edwards is trying to keep forged, maybe in some kind of way.
Two Kowalski guys sticking together.
His tag team partner from Rico Valley, California, Frankie Kazarian.
And it was Frankie Kazarian who got in the face of both Steve Maclin and Bully Ray last week after the two of them attempted to beat down Scott D'Amore. Ultimately, PCO would get involved, and we learned about the monumental matchup that's going to go down at Slammiversary. Maclin and Bully against PCO and Scott D'Amore. The president of Impact Wrestling is on a leave of absence. He's going to return in-ring competition. It's wild.
It's absolutely monumental. I hope, I pray that Scott D'Amore, again, all the credit for having the guts to do it, but I hope he knows what he's getting into with those two pieces of you-know-what across the ring.
And here's the thing, you can see Kazarian and Edwards pointing towards the heaven. They understand what they have in common. Both trained under Killer Kowalski. A lot of respect for the late, great legend. They've taken a lot of lessons from that man in this life, but they're trying to apply it here, and I just don't know how this is going to work after what happened at Against All Odds.
Well, I think a little bit of this stems from, it's kind of a classic thing between brothers, between friends in the neighborhood kind of thing, right? When Kazarian got in the face of Bully Ray and Steve Maclin, I think there was a reaction inside Eddie Edwards. It's like, look, I can mess with my brother, right? I can pick on, we can fight and go back and forth, but nobody else can. And I think that common background, that common bond between them resurfaced in that moment. We'll see if it can hold steady here tonight in this tag team main event.
Make an impact on your performance and well-being with the best-selling Test Booster, Test X9 from Legacy Sports Nutrition. Go to LegacySubs.com and use the code IMPACT for 20% off and level up with Legacy. So Maclin able to take Edwards down.
Back and forth there, Edwards off his feet first.
Oh, ran right through the chop. Two former Impact World Champions jockeying for position here.
And we know how pissed off Maclin is after Against All Odds. Clearly, he saw it took a lot of it out on Scott D'Amore last week.
Oh, and a big chop by Maclin across the chest of Eddie Edwards. And now Edwards, with an overhead belly to belly, and that's going to slow up Maclin. Edwards keeping an eye on Bully Ray. Chance of Eddie here in Columbus, and look at this, an amicable tag between Kazarian and Edwards. I didn't think we would see this necessarily, but some teamwork. Even Kazarian looks surprised. The leg drop, hook to the leg, and a kick out by Maclin. Kazarian trying to soften up Maclin here, legal into the matchup, twisting at the arm. Bully Ray reaching out for a tag there, and Kazarian with a single leg drop kick to Maclin. Bully Ray was reaching for a tag, couldn't quite make it. Kazarian thinks very little of Bully Ray. They battled in hardcore war at Rebellion. Meanwhile, Kazarian and Maclin had their battles at the end of 2022, and it was Kazarian challenging then Impact World Champion Josh Alexander for the title at Overdrive.
And what upsets me so much about this, I've been such a proponent of Steve Maclin. I think he's so damn good. I thought he deserved that championship win at Rebellion. But it's his alliance with Bully Ray, that SOB over there, that has totally soured my taste on an incredible performer in Steve Maclin. And Frankie Kazarian's feeling a little sour too.
That Bully Ray chirping in the air. Kazarian, the official, is tending to Maclin. Maclin has the official's attention. And Edwards ticked off. And Kazarian driven into the post. Can Kazarian and Edwards find a way back here against Bully Ray and Steve Maclin in our main event? We are back here. This is our main event on Impact Wrestling and Access TV. Bully Ray and Steve Maclin battling Frankie Kazarian and Eddie Edwards.
Tom, they're giving us here, they said they'd give us a preview of what we could expect at Slammiversary in their tag team match with PCO and Scott D'Amore. But even more than that as well, Tom, we know that Maclin has a world championship opportunity ahead of Slammiversary in Australia.
Yeah, that is Friday, June 30th, 1 week away from tomorrow, to be live at 5 a.m. Eastern on Fight TV, and of course available on demand exclusively on Fight. Steve Maclin gets his contractual rematch for the Impact World Championship. Now, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but what if Maclin wins?
Maclin presumably would defend the championship at Slammiversary, but already signed is this huge tag team match.
Cover here on Kazarian and a kick out.
Could Maclin compete twice? I don't know. There's a lot of questions remaining to be answered ahead of Slammiversary.
To your point, it's Nick Aldis versus Alex Shelley scheduled for the Impact World title at Slammiversary. So if Maclin were to win, all this is going to have a gripe. He's the #1 contender. Showed his true colors last week, decking Shelley.
Never hear from Maclin. Kick out by Kazarian. But meanwhile, if that were to happen, Shelley would have the right to have a rematch at some point too. That could also be thrown into the Slammiversary mix. Again, so many questions lingering over the next several weeks.
Now Maclin trying to grind away on Kazarian. We talked about it. Bully Ray was to become the #1 contender to the Impact World title and win his 3rd world title at Slammiversary. He wanted to humiliate Impact Wrestling and Scott D'Amore, but now gets a chance to put his hands on Scott D'Amore at Slammiversary.
He gets a chance to do that very, very up close and personally with D'Amore himself.
And now Eddie Edwards is legal into the matchup here against Steve Maclin. Eddie Edwards. Can't look ahead too much. Friday, June 30th. This is a part of Impact's Down Under tour in Australia. He'll challenge Joe Hendry for the digital media title.
And now look at Edwards here. Was about to go on a tear there. Maclin stopping him in his tracks.
Now Maclin, it was an inverted atomic drop. Russian leg sweep. Two great tag team competitors in Kazarian and Edwards. Shades of the Wolves and Bad Influence.
And Tom, we would be remiss if we didn't say the teamwork between Edwards and Kazarian has been surprisingly fluid and efficient here.
It's been superb. Still some uneasiness at times.
Sure, but maybe.
Hold on.
The pass.
Edwards decking Bully Ray.
The pass not coming back to haunt them, but coming to help them here as they take down Maclin and Bully Ray.
Hurricane Rana by Kaz, lighting up Columbus, Ohio tonight. Now Kazarian trying to get Maclin back into the ring here, and Bully Ray stalking Alicia Edwards around here ringside. We know what he's done to women in this business, and Maclin goes after Edwards, who was concerned about his wife.
I was just going to say Edwards, of course, who's focused on protecting his ride or die.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Now, this is not a no disqualification situation here. Now Kaz getting back involved here, finally maybe backing Bully Ray off.
The official trying to get Bully Ray to drop the chair. Maclin rolls back inside the ring. The official trying to restore some order as Alicia's checking on Eddie. Oh, now Bully Ray's going after Alicia. Don't you do it!
I think all of this is smokescreen to get his hands on Eddie Edwards.
Tosses Edwards inside. Two legal men here. Maclin trying to end the matchup. If this is what Bully Ray and Maclin are willing to do, how are PCO, the French-Canadian Frankenstein, and Scott D'Amore going to handle this at Slammiversary?
I mean, these are the mind games that Bully and Maclin are willing to go to, the lengths they're willing to go to on a psychological level. But hey, we know the lengths someone like PCO is able to go to a physical level. Will that be enough to overcome? We'll find out at Slammiversary.
Oh! Gnarly backbreaker, cover, kick out by Edwards. And a tag made. In comes Bully Ray, whether you like him or not, one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time. Part of Team 3D, an Impact Hall of Famer.
Taking those tag team skills to a new level here with Maclin, a totally different style here.
Oh, and driving the left leg into the mat, dismantling, dissecting Eddie Edwards.
Bully Ray has brought out a different side of Maclin. Maclin, who's already prone to being pretty ruthless, has been taking it to a whole new level.
Oh. Straight punches here to Eddie Edwards.
Now Bully Ray mocking the crowd here in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, and a straight headbutt, and down goes Eddie Edwards. And a tag made, and listen, Maclin has been on the record saying he likes the way Bully Ray thinks. We were curious how Kazarian and Edwards going to work together, but clearly Maclin and Bully on the same page.
Yeah, this could spell bad news for D'Amore and PCO at Slammiversary, but things pick it up here. Whoa!
Both men meet in the middle. Midsections crashing together.
Same idea here, but a little bit closer here to Bully's corner. Edwards got a far way to go.
Trying to get to the corner, make a tag, and Kaz is legal.
Able to do it. In comes Kazarian. House of Fire.
Kazarian able to drop Steve Maclin. And Kazarian once again shot to the face of the former Impact World Champion.
Picking up the pace here now, taking it to Bully Ray.
Oh! Leg drop right to the back of the neck of Bully.
Brings Bully Ray into the ring, though.
Oh, now Kaz off the rope. Leg drop. Two legal men. Is this it? Oh, and a kick out by Maclin.
You have to imagine Maclin and Bully do not want a loss on their record heading into Slammiversary. Want to send a message to D'Amore. Whoa.
Go for the chicken wing here, and Maclin able to back up Kazarian into the corner and prevent it.
All right, look out, though. Roll up.
One for the cover. Maclin wants the KIA. Wants the KIA.
Kazarian able to stop it, though.
On a pile driver by Kazarian. Cover. And Bully Ray breaking up the pinfall.
But immediately Edwards into the fray here, trying to even the odds.
Going after the eyes of Eddie Edwards. The official didn't see it. Oh, and now Edwards rammed into Kazarian by Bully.
Yeah, that was all Bully Ray. But Kazarian was a little distracted too. I don't know if he saw that.
Oh, another chicken wing here by Kazarian.
Trying to get it locked in.
Maclin yelling out for Bully. Bully getting into the ring.
Meanwhile,
and Edwards hit Kazarian by accident.
Maclin getting out of the way just in time. That is not the way these two wanted it to go down.
Oh, look at this. Oh, Maclin and Bully working together. Maclin and Bully Ray win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Bully Ray and Steve Maclin.
Well, they said they wanted to give us a preview of what could happen at Slammiversary. Did we get exactly that?
Plenty of miscues between Eddie Edwards and Frankie Kazarian in this matchup.
In what was seeming like they were on a good path there, has that all been spoiled at the hands of Bully and Maclin?
Well, now you have to ask the question, are PCO and Scott D'Amore ready for this? Bully Ray and Steve Maclin are unified ahead of their battle at Slammiversary.